Hello, friends. How is everybody doing? It is Whatcha Cooking Wednesday, and welcome back to my kitchen. I am so glad you've joined us. We are making a simple one-pot meal tonight. This recipe you might have seen before. It's actually been in the Pampered Chef vault of recipes for a while on our website. It is the Fiesta Chicken and Rice Bake. So it was originally written to go in our rectangle baker or any 9x13 type pan. And Pampered Chef has rewritten it a bit. Actually, I'm not even sure the sizes. I have to go back and look. But it looks like it's about the same recipe. But now we can make it in our new Deluxe Air Fryer and Oven. This is our small oven baking pan. All right, so it has these great deep sides. Honestly, do you guys know that I just found out that this pan, the capacity size, is the same as a 9x13 pan. So I could bake a cake, a box of cake mix right in here in the Deluxe Air Fryer Oven. Never even having to put on the big oven. So I think that's pretty cool. This is one of the accessories that you can buy separately to go with Deluxe Air Fryer and Oven. So I'm gonna get to the recipe in just a minute. A few housekeeping little details is that if you're watching, please say hello. I'd love to come back and read all the comments afterwards. If you happen to be watching the replay, comment #replay and let me know that you were here. Feel free to share the video with all of your friends, because who doesn't need an easy one-pot meal, okay? So like I said, this recipe can be made in any 9x13 pan in your regular oven if you want, but we're gonna use our new Deluxe Air Fryer and Oven tonight. If by chance you have not ever met me or watched one of my videos before, my name is Sharice Hurd. I am your Pampered Chef consultant, and it is time for us to let's get cooking, right? So easy peasy one pan meal, all right? And I will share this recipe with you in the comments below after the video, okay? So we're gonna start with 1.5 cups of long grain instant rice, and I'll put right in there. Then we have 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and I'm using our Easy Read measuring cups. So I love these because you don't have, I can set it here and look down. All the numbers are here on the side, and it's not one of those measuring cups where I gotta squat down, read the side, do my calisthenics and my exercises, right? These you can look from the top, easy peasy when you're pouring, you know exactly how much you have. All right, in my 2-cup prep bowl, I have 1 cup of frozen corn. So let's get all that in there. And then I have 1/2 cup of thick and chunky salsa. So you want the thick and chunky so you get like nice big pieces. It'll be like you cut it up. Now, I mean, how easy is this, right? These might be things that you already have in your kitchen. So the last ingredient we need to add right now is, that's gonna fall in there, our Tex-Mex rub. I need, I think a teaspoon, yep. A teaspoon. I'm using my adjustable measuring spoon. This comes as a 2-set for a teaspoon and a tablespoon, but it can adjust all the way down to 1/8 of a teaspoon, all right? So we're just gonna use a regular teaspoon, all right? That fits right inside there, there we go. All right, teaspoon of the Tex-Mex rub in there. Now we just stir this all together to get the seasoning and the salsa, rice, all incorporated. Oops, I forgot to preheat the, okay, I'm gonna call it DAFO, because I don't need to keep saying Deluxe Air Fryer Oven. DAFO, okay? All right, so we have to do it the convection bake for at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. So we're gonna preset that. First, we're gonna hit the start button right there. And it says, let's get cooking, which is great. So I'm gonna use the same dial it down to where it says convection bake, hit the button. Now I need to adjust the temperature because it's already at 350 automatically, but we need 375. So there's a little temp button here, temp. Now my temperature is blinking. I can go up to 375. I hit the center button again. Now the time is blinking, and it was a preset at 15 minutes. We need 35 minutes, all right? So move that all the way up to 35. Okay, come on. And then hit that button again. It is now preheating for us, okay? So there it goes, preheating. Oh, and in a minute or a couple minutes, it'll tell me to add food. And by that time, we will have this all mixed together and ready to go in the oven or in the DAFO, all right? So same thing if you were doing this at home. You could put it on bake or convection bake if your oven has convection bake. Oops, got a little wild there. You can put it on convection bake if your oven has it. If not, regular bake works just fine. I have made this dish many times in a rectangle 9x13 pan. So there we go. All right, all of that is mixed together. Now I'm just gonna move this off to the side. Let me grab a towel because I made a little mess here. Clean that up before we go too far. Okay. Now I'm going to set this off to the side. Actually, I don't think I need this anymore. Okay. Set that off to the side. Now I've got some chicken breasts here. So if your chicken breasts are really thick, I mean, like the ones I got from the store today, I mean, they were probably 2 pounds each, all right? You want 4 to 6 ounce breasts to go on here. So you can even do chicken tenders if you wanted to. But chicken tenders tend to be more expensive, so I use breast. But what I do is I cut them down. So if you have not ever seen, this is our closing cut. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with it in a few minutes, but I used it earlier on chicken. The bottom and the top are spring-loaded, okay? So I took the chicken breast, put it in here, closed it, cut it in half. So it comes, oops, where'd my knife go? Nope, that's not the one. Hold on, I used it earlier, forgot to grab it. All right, so the closing cut set comes with the chef's knife, the coated chef's knife, and you would just put your hand here and you would slice through, okay? Now when you're slicing through, you're not gonna have, let me just show you here. The chicken breast is gonna go right here. You're gonna lay your knife here, close this down, put your hand up here, completely safe, and then just slice back and forth all the way through. So the breasts today were so huge. I actually cut the breast in half before I could fit it on this area. The breast was so big it would not even fit on there. All right. Sometimes if they're a little bit big, I can sort of squeeze them in. These were huge. So I had to cut them in half. Cut them in half this way, then this way. All right. So that's what you do. Plus, then it makes it more of an actual size that you would eat, right? I mean, who needs to eat 2 pounds of chicken in one sitting? Nobody. Plus, if you cook it when it's that thick, you know, the smaller end, the narrow end, is going to be dried out and overcooked, where the thicker end is just barely cooked, all right? So, nobody wants that. Makes it cook faster. So, we're going to season our chicken with a tablespoon of rub. So, I'm just going to use the cap this time because the little ridge on the inside of the cap is about a tablespoon. So I'm going to just, oops, put a couple little chunks here. There we go. All right. Let me get that in there. There we go. There's a tablespoon of it in there. All right. So I'm just going to season my chicken here. Let me toss this around. Got my chef's tongs here. Love these. So if I hold them up, they're locked, okay? If I put them upside down, they automatically unlock. See? Locked, unlocked. Love that. Makes it so quick and easy. And they don't really pop open in your drawer. They stay closed. All right, so we're just gonna move these chicken breasts around a bit to make sure that they are completely coated with our seasoning. All right, and no heavy spots on any of them. All right, and then I just gonna take my chicken. Oop, my DAFO is preheated. So I'm just gonna lay my chicken in here. All right. I'm coming. It's telling me add food, add food. Okay. Let me get rid of that real quick. All right. Now we're just gonna cover this with foil. So the great thing with our old air fryer, you couldn't use foil, okay? And with the new one, you can, with the new Defo, all right? So cover this with foil. Maybe you could have used a bigger piece. That's all right, it'll be fine. I just want to kind of keep that steam in there so it steams it all really nicely. Okay, let's get on our oven gloves, okay? These are brand new. Look at, they're all coated with silicone front and back, and they have this special gripper here, and it's double coated with silicone here, or the pincher, I guess they call it, so that you don't get hurt, burned when you're grabbing stuff out. All right, so we added our food to the bottom oven. This does have 2 doors, and I didn't show that exactly. You guys can't see me, but you can get the idea. I can open the whole thing like that, or I can open each door individually with a little button. So I'm gonna open the bottom up, and I'm gonna take my rice, my Fiesta Bake, and put it right here in the bottom oven. The bottom oven is actually your toaster oven. I'm sorry, bottom oven is your air fryer. Now I'm gonna hit the center button again, and it started. 35 minutes, dinner will be done, okay? How fast was that? It didn't even take me 10 minutes to put that in the oven, okay? Now, even if you were home, I was talking and stuff. So if you were just putting this together, grabbing the ingredients, putting it together, literally, how easy is that with these items that are probably already in your kitchen? And I do suggest when you get the chicken home from the store, you got the big package, right away, break it down. Cut it with your closing cut. Break it into individual bags for the different meals that you're going to be doing. That way, on busy nights, it's already done for you. You can just dump it out of the bag, put it in the bowl, put the seasoning on it, and put it right in there. Super easy if you just prep ahead when your groceries come home, okay? So that's all done. Now what do? Well, we need a little bit more for this dish. So let me get those. So I didn't say, these are the oven gloves. I don't know if I said that. Okay, so we're gonna need a little cheese for this when it comes out. It's a Mexican, it's a fiesta dish. We need cheese, right? Yes, cheese. So I'm gonna use our coarse grater. I absolutely love this grater. We use it constantly. It folds flat, as you can see here. It's so that it can go in my drawer. It has a cover on here, so I'm not gonna scratch up my fingers or cut my fingers when I'm going in the drawer or get dull, okay? One of the things I love is it's got these silicone feet on the bottom, keeps it from moving around, but they also serve, if I want to open this all the way up, I can set this on the edge of the bowl, and I can grate right into a bowl, okay? But I'm going to use it like this as my box grater. And now, the reason you want to use freshly grated cheese, one, is going to be less expensive. It's going to be, it doesn't have any fillers. It doesn't have any additives, okay? Because when you buy pre-shredded cheese, they add cellulose, okay? It already sounds like cellulite, and who wants cellulite, right? Nobody. So cellulose, which is it's a plant matter. Basically, it's like wood pulp, okay? And again, I'd rather have extra cheese than have extra wood, okay? So it'll take me maybe 4 or 5, 10 strokes on here to get my half a cup of cheese, and maybe a little bit more because I like it cheesy. All right. Who else is with cheesy? Comment cheesy if you like your food cheesy. All right. So there we go. Little bit of cheese. There we go. How long does that take me? Not even a minute. Again, if I already have this out and I know that I'm going to be using cheddar cheese another night during the week, I would just shred it all up, put it in a glass container. Cheese lasts longer in your refrigerator in a glass container. Put it in a glass container, like one of our prep bowls or our leak-proof glass storage bowls, and you would have it ready for you, pre-grated for later in the week. Or if you're doing a prep day, prep your cheese ahead for your meals, okay? Get it all ready to go. All right, that's our cheese. ready to go for the topping when it's done baking. So when it's done baking, we're gonna take it out of there and put the cheese on it and let it set for a few minutes while that cheese melts. And after the cheese melts, I'm gonna top it with a little bit of cilantro. So let me show you that. I've got cilantro here in a 1 cup prep bowl. My favorite way to chop this up, because you know it's hard to chop it with a knife and get it just all finely done up. My favorite thing is to put it in a prep bowl and then use my kitchen shears. Okay, these have a protector. Obviously, they're spring loaded, so you just unlatch it there, and now I can use it like this and just chop this up. It's kind of like our salad choppers. If I was doing like a big salad, I would use the salad choppers or a big amount of seasoning. But when you're just doing a little bit, now I did a little bit more than I would normally put on my, you know, as a garnish on my dish, because I'm going to put some in a salad, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So look at that. Easy peasy. Chop up your celery. You don't worry about your fingers getting cut. You're not worried, you know, about it flying all over, trying to get it in a pile. Kitchen shears are the way to go. All right, there's that. Now, give me 1 second. I'm going to move this out of the way and grab my salad ingredients. I want to show you a quick salad while we've got just a few minutes here together. So in my bowl, this is my small bowl. I think this is the small plastic mixing bowl. I use the medium one for the chicken. Got my closing cut here. I've got a bunch of tomatoes. In the bowl, I've already cut thinly sliced a little bit of red onion and an avocado. All right. Now I could use I'm going to use the closing cut to cut my tomatoes with. I love these colorful, different colored tomatoes. So I'm going to throw them all in here. Now try to pick ones that are all about the same size, because it is spring loaded on both sides. You want them to evenly cut. So try to grab some that are all about the same size. So I'm going to just kind of fill this up. Generally, this closing cut, will hold about half a pint of grape or cherry tomatoes at one time. Now, like I said, the closing cut does come with a chef's knife, and I could cut it with a chef's knife, but tomatoes really cut better with a serrated knife. So I'm going to actually use my coated bread knife to do that, okay? Close it down. Just lay your knife right on the edge right there, all right? And then just saw back and forth, all the way to the edge, and look at, they're cut in half, just like that. So if you have kids, you get grapes and things like that, this is the way to go, all right? I'm going to do just a little bit more tomatoes in there, and a bunch of smaller ones. I think I'll do those this time. Give a variety of things. So, there we go. Let's do a few more. So easy, grapes, things like that you want to cut in half. Maybe you're doing Brussels sprouts, okay? Brussels sprouts are great to cut in half here too. And you're not worried about cutting yourself because it's totally safe. The closing cut is dishwasher safe, so don't worry if you've used chicken and then you're going to use tomatoes. Not going to transfer. There we go. All right, just like that, cut our tomatoes up, okay? Let's move that out of the way. Now, I need a little bit of dressing on this, so let's grab some of this cilantro in here. All right, we're going to put a good amount of that because we only need a little bit to dress up cover our, Fiesta Bake. There's the word. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do a little bit of the Tex-Mex. I put my thing away, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in there. All right. I need a little bit of oil. I'm going to grab a little bit of olive oil just to do a swirl around or so, like that. All right. This is a real simple little salad. I mean, there's nothing big. Then, instead of using like dressings would have like a vinegar in them, I'm using lime juice. So that'll give us our, our Southwest type flavors, our Fiesta flavors. Now the lime I did put in the microwave for about 10 seconds before I got on here, just to help the juice get to the center. All right, so when you do put that in the microwave for 10 seconds, it pulls the oils to the outside. So if you're zesting, your zest will have a lot more flavor, have the oils in it. And if you're juicing, all the juice goes to the center so that it is juicier. You'll get more juice out of your lime that way. All right, there we go. All right, I'm putting in the whole juice, the lime, all the lime, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I'm saying. The lime of the entire the juice of the entire lime. I don't know where that was going. Okay, let me grab a spoon real quick. There we go. All right, and then just give this a little toss. All right, and then those flavors are all just going to kind of marry together while they're sitting here waiting for our Fiesta bake. Okay, again, simple salad. Doesn't have to be, we just wanted a little vegetable side because there's corn in there, but we need a little bit more, right? Just to give a little extra vitamins. All right, and the onions, I just thinly sliced some onions, real thinly. Red onion, I like red onion with salads. I think it tastes better. There we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right. What do you think of that salad? Does it look pretty good? Would you guys try this salad? I'd love to know. All right, I have made dinner and a salad in about 20 minutes, all right? A little bit of prep time beforehand, but you can see how easy this would be. This salad comes together lickety split. There's really not much prep you could do. You could slice your onions ahead of time, but everything else, the tomatoes and everything, you're gonna wanna do at the time that you're, just before eating and assembling this salad together. So when that comes out, we're gonna put the cheese on it, let that rest for like maybe 5 minutes or so that all the cheese melts, and then we'll sprinkle with a little cilantro, and it'll be time for dinner, all right? So I thank you so much for joining me tonight for this week's episode of Whatcha Cooking Wednesday. If you haven't yet said hello, drop it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, comment #replay. And let me know, what are you making for dinner tonight? All right. And I'd also like to know, would you make Fiesta Chicken and Rice Bake in your oven? Whether you're a DAFO or your regular oven, let me know if this is a dish that you think your family would like. That's it for this week. It is the last day of winter, yay! And we are having our spring starts tomorrow. I hope you all have a really warm, wonderful spring. But I'll be back next Wednesday with another new recipe. Talk to you again soon. Bye.